Welcome to On the Way to School, your 6-minute daily boost for educators and administrators. I'm Christopher S. Dennis, and today, let's elevate our journey together. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to On the Way to School. Hopefully the week is off to a good start and you are, you got the juices flowing and you're starting to stock your office candy dish with the candy canes and the peppermint chocolates that everybody's going to come by and really enjoy for like 3 weeks. And then on the back end of the holiday, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, peppermint. So hopefully, you've been enjoying the season thus far. I think we're going to, finish December with this season 2 and then kick off the new year with some new stuff. But I'd like to start a kind of a 3-day series on just words of advice that have been life-changing or have shifted your thinking across our careers. And I've got 3 stories that I'm going to share over the next couple of days that have been really helpful to me. And I think I'll start with one that was pretty dynamic when I worked at Bowdoin College. When I got there, I was really excited and happy to be a part of such a special place. And, I was an assistant dean of students, and it was just a very well-run organization, a really good team, a really good department, and there was really good structure and order. So I felt really good in the space and was able to learn a lot about just leadership and carrying the load. And I had come from a background of admissions, recruitment, helping students get placed at independent schools. But the dean role was a role that really carried some different responsibilities as far as college students and their journey through to graduation. So one of the faculty told me, we were at his house having some wine, and he was like, Chris, you really care about people and you want to help them. And I hope that doesn't get in the way because you have a political blind spot. So I asked him, like, can you tell me more about that? And he talked about how I need to do a better job of understanding that just because I want the best for people and I want to help them and I'll give it my all, doesn't mean that everybody wants the same thing. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to get to that conclusion the same way that I am. So he said, I need to pay attention to the way things get taken care of and the way that organizations need to function in order to actually achieve the goal that I'm looking for. And it was really helpful. So from that, I did deeper work and even went into some coaching and further study just to make sure I had an understanding of what he was saying in the event that it was true. Because it doesn't necessarily mean that it was true, but in the event that it was true, I wanted to make sure that I honored a voice from a person that I respected. And I felt like he had a really good take on what he was seeing from me kind of as a younger professional in such a prominent role. So from that, I took, some points on the dynamics of politics in leadership. The first is, relationships are currency, and it's all about building the relationship as you seek to try to achieve results, because trust and mutual respect are the things that are going to open the door that just competence and a resume is not going to open. Just because you know all the stuff doesn't mean that it's going to land the same way. And I even got evidence of that recently, of really just trying to share some technical things with a colleague. And I would have got to a better destination by just honoring the relationship and having the dialogue. But I was able to correct that because we did have a relationship. The second thing is perception shapes reality. How you're perceived, it does matter. And sometimes it matters more than your intentions. And you've got to take performance and the public narrative into account, because people are watching and taking cues and they're processing pieces of information from various points. And you're not always going to be able to clear the air, set the record straight. So you have to prepare to move in ways that it makes sense. And then lastly, influence over power. Leadership is not about the control that you have. It's about the influence. So you also have to know when to push, compromise, or step back. And that can actually lead to the long-term success. In my current role as associate head, really, I use the the phrase "stay out of people's way," but quite honestly, I try not to take up the space that makes our relationship really seem like it's centered around me. I'm like, hey, if you're doing a great job, I'm going to stay out of your way. I'm going to clap for you. And when you need me, you're going to get my full attention. So, I think that really does have to just understand that, between the push, pull, and compromise and stepping back to make sure that you're focused on the long-term success. So again, I wanted to just kind of share some things that I've learned about the dynamics of politics and leadership. And we're all participating, folks. You can not like politics all you want to, but you're a part of it. And it's helpful if you just try to understand where you are and realize how are we going to get things done. And you can really make some meaningful contributions. Never sell yourself short or let go of your morals. But you do have to understand that there's some influence and some relationship that goes with this. So hopefully that's helpful for you today on the way to school. And like I said, we're going to be spending the next couple of days just getting into some advice and some things that we've learned that have shaped careers over the last, over our time as professionals. So hopefully you've got some good ideas too. All right. See you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me on the way to school. Stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep making a difference. I'm Christopher S. Dennis. See you tomorrow.